Hi everyone, my name is June Okochi. I am a patient living with sickle cell, advocate and mentor working really closely with the Sickle Cell Society. My day job is I work with the NHS as a commissioner, and I also was a patient rep on the peer reviews for hemoglobinopathy services across the UK. I found out about peer reviewing and having the patient perspective through my work and support on the standards when I was a patient rep on that board. And I think with the same process of developing the standards and bringing the patient perspective, which was absolutely crucial, I thought it was absolutely vital that they were actually bringing the patient representation into the process as well for the peer reviews. So the value of having the patient perspective, like everything else in life, you have to listen to your users, you have to listen to people who absolutely receive care or services from any organization. I thought it was very powerful that they had patient representation on the peer reviews, and I thought it was important that we could as the patient reps, we could actually engage with the patients of all of these services across these hospitals and listen to whatever barriers that they were experiencing with their care, or understanding their views and where change can be introduced, and just understanding some of the challenges that they might be having with their care or their clinicians, etc., and being able to feed that back into the recommendations that the review board would make to the trust, or being able to translate those messages from the patients into what could potentially improve their outcomes for the future. And I think that was really powerful, having that lived experience right in the center of change, of improvement, of recommending better care, of understanding the variation across the UK. So yes, absolutely vital. And basically I thought it was exciting just meeting all of these patients, understanding that some of us are absolutely lucky and blessed, and there were levels and levels of variation in care, but knowing that their voices could count, and that we could have that rapport in a honest and balanced and measured way, and also taking all of the positive feedback and replicating that across other hospitals. I thought that was really amazing. So yeah, patient views, absolutely very important. What I wish I'd known before I started peer reviewing, I don't think there was anything quite surprising, if I'm being honest. I think we went through the training process. It was rigorous. Everything was explained. For example, I couldn't peer review a hospital in which I received care. So that was explained from the start. The fact that obviously if you're reviewing sickle, you're also reviewing TAL as well. And that was really eye-opening in itself, because I didn't have a lot of knowledge about thalassaemia. But I think through the peer review and just being able to standardize that process was important, and also meet other patient advocates and patient reps from the TAL Society who were able to bring their own experiences was really vital. I think for me, I was really lucky in a sense that because I've worked in the NHS, or I work in the NHS, I could bring a bit of that experience as well. And there were times when I had to wear two hats, because I'm a commissioner, and there are times when we had to talk to commissioners, so I would do that as well. So another question were my views taken into account throughout the reviews? Absolutely. It wasn't necessarily my views, it was the views of patients. So the patient reps who sat on the peer reviewing board talked to other patients who actually used that local service, and all of that was fed in. We had a standardized protocol, where we actually asked specific questions, and we probed, not in a in a very measured way, and asked the right questions. We didn't lead their answers, and we captured all of those responses and fed them back into the board. So I think, yeah, it's absolutely important that the patient's views are always upheld in any change process. And I think, you know, it was one of the most beautiful things I've done as an advocate and a patient representative in the sickle community. Thank you.